Welcome back, this is Stoney, and we're back in my front yard. Yes, my house is right over there, and the creek runs right in front of it, and we're gonna find some gold today on some really nice looking banks. These are like little piggy banks, okay? They hold gold there, and when you have a rainy day, or you're kind of bored, and you need some extra cash, it's in there. Let's do one bucket worth of material and see how much we can find. Look at this agate. This is the biggest agate that I've found on my creek, and it was just sitting right on top right there. Isn't that cool? This is a good sign, hopefully, with gold being peppered all throughout here. Now I own about another 100 feet that way until it gets to the bridge, and I've never worked this area of my creek, so I don't know if there's gold truly here. But from my experience on the inside of the bends, I do find gold in this type of material. I have some larger stone and a lot of gravel. It should be really easy to dig, and it should hold gold in there. So let's try and find it. I'm going to classify it down to an 1/8 inch in this bucket, and we'll do one bucket full. It's already hard to dig. This top layer has a lot of root systems from the moss. Make sure you clean that up, because that's some good stuff. So this is looking like really good material. I'm going to do a quick pan and see if I have any gold in there. I do like to do mid pans every once in a while just to see what I have. And what I'll do is I'll put the leftovers, the tailings, back in the bucket. That way I don't miss anything. Yep, I did see some gold. So you can see it right there. And like I said, some of the gold went down in here, which isn't a big deal. I captured it in my bucket. So let's keep going. This is just one big root ball. A lot of gold gets captured and stuff like that. That's great. Really nice pieces of quartz. I say we're making pretty good progress. As we get closer to the bank there, where it goes up, it's less gravelly and more clay. So I want to try and stay this way, but you can see all the gravels down there. That's some pretty good looking stuff. Let's take a pan of that and see if we find gold that deep. That's about 8 inches from where we were when we started. There's one just real small speck, so that's not a good thing. So we're not going to go any deeper than that. We're going to keep it at that level. I'm really liking this piece of moss right here. Let me see if I can get that out in one piece. Yeah, look at that. That's gonna be nice. I mean, a lot of gold trapped in that thing, hopefully. Moss will trap the gold. Okay, let's go put it in the sluice. All right, I got my 12 by 47 sluice set up. This is Dream Mat with the combo mat. We got the mini, or the micro, the Cape D, and then mini at the bottom. I got a nice even flow, pretty level, because if I go any steeper, It's going to be really roaring through here, and I don't want to go too fast. I got my material right there. Let's run it through. Nice little chunk. Nice little chunk right there. I don't see much in the other cells, but that one's definitely sticking out right there. I'm sure there's more gold in here. That's a great sign. We got some gold up here in our lettering. See it right there. And then there's that chunk right there. And I did see some more over here. There's one right there. There's one right there. One inside of there. One right there. One right there. We got gold in there. That's a good thing. I'm sure there's a lot of gold in here too. It's harder to see in the Cape D mat because it holds more material. It's way easy to see in the micro. And then also in your mini mat, it's hard to see what's in the cells because as you can see, there's a lot of material in there. And I didn't let it wash out for too long, but I kind of like how much material is in there when you're running a bit slower. That means you're catching more of the gold in those cells, not giving it a chance to wash away. But Dream Mat's been really good to me. It's catching the gold and I have zero complaints. Gotta walk it to the tailings area where I can pan a little easier because too much water flow down there. All right, here's our little panning station. Let me get you set up. All right, so this is what we're left from that Dream Mat. Remember, it catches all the gold. Bucket's empty. Now I do have another pan here that I can put my spoils into. I save all my tailings because you never know, especially when you pan. The real fine stuff can go right out, so you want to just make sure you always have a catch pan available so you can run this at a later date in your living room, or if you have like a Miller table, you can go in your shop and run it through and catch every last speck of gold. Because us hobbyists, we love getting all the gold. We don't want it to be thrown back because it won't grow bigger, no matter what they say. Just doing nice, easy pans, a little bit at a time. Not a race. It is going to rain here in about 2 hours. I got plenty of time. It's only going to take me a few minutes to do this. But I got a bunch of honeydews to do after this. Just wanted to make sure. Look at all the black sands in there. I mean, it's loaded with black sands. A lot of heavy material in that spot where that drop zone is. If it holds a lot of gold, we're going to see. I know we saw it in the sluice, and that's always a good thing. So I'm probably not going to weigh this out. So if you just want to kind of give me a guess of what you think it is, I'm going to probably say it's maybe 0.05, 0.04. Could be 0.1, I don't know. It just depends how good that ground is. I just saw a nice big flake up there. I think that's the one we saw in the sluice. Definitely seeing a lot of gold show up. So this might be a pretty good bucket. So yeah, give me a guess once we're all done here. I'm curious to see what you guys all think. So that's the problem with having, well, this isn't really a problem, but when you run that 12x47 Dream Mat, you get a lot more material than say the 8x35 or the 6x24, which is a good thing. That means that you have a lot more chances to catch gold with a lot more cells, but you are left with a lot of black sands, especially if you're in a black sand rich environment where there's a lot of heavies. Just part of it, because I mean, that truly is all black sands. I mean, there's not much blondes in there. And the gold, it's hard to separate from the black sands because the gold just kind of sits in there with it. So I'm definitely losing gold into my catch pan here. That's all right. Like I said, we're going to rerun this. My plan is to rerun all of this at the end of the year. So it won't be anytime soon. There's just so much material in there. And I know my panning technique, I know when to stop with the water coming in and out, because I can start seeing the gold show up. If you just keep doing this, it's eventually going to just all sit at the bottom, but it is hard with the black sands. I don't want my big flake to go out. So I think I'm going to start back panning at this point in time, because I can control the water much better. But it is a lot of material though. That's why we have fast forward, right? Fast forward's your friend. Time lapse is your friend. There's so much black sand in here. Jeez Louise. This is going to be a good pan though. I can already feel it. I mean, I got gold sitting here, sitting over here, and I'm barely even going down on it. What sucks is that it's going to take a while. Starting to see some shiny in there. Starting to see a nice little pile show up. Looking pretty good. There's our geode from earlier today, but that's the cleanup. That's not too shabby for one bucket. So that bank had a little bit of gold in it. It's actually as much as I thought we were gonna get, so I cannot complain with that. Now I gotta go get the grass cut before it starts raining and pick up some dog poop. So I gotta get my honeydew list done. I know you guys understand. Thanks for watching. I appreciate everyone's support, comments, likes, subscriptions. The channel's taken off and I couldn't be more thankful. Honestly, I really do appreciate it. Until next time, please stay safe out there. Happy prospecting, and I'll catch you on the next one. Stoney out.